Imagine waking up to find that a hacker has unlocked your front door, turned off your home security system, or accessed your personal information, just because they found a way into your smart thermostat or security camera. Sounds terrifying, right? But it's a very real threat. As our homes get smarter, they also get more vulnerable. In this video, we'll show you how to protect your IoT devices, ensuring your smart home stays safe and secure from cybercriminals. Let's dive in. The growing role of IoT in our lives. Smart homes are no longer a futuristic dream. They're our reality. With the rise of Internet of Things, IoT devices, everyday objects like thermostats, light bulbs, refrigerators, and security cameras are becoming smarter and more interconnected. IoT devices promise to make our lives easier by offering convenience, energy efficiency, and automation. You can adjust your thermostat from anywhere, monitor your front door through security cameras, or even talk to your home through a smart assistant like Alexa or Google Assistant. However, with the benefits come risks. As we welcome more connected devices into our homes, the chances of cyber attacks targeting these devices increase. Hackers are increasingly targeting IoT devices because they often have weak security protocols. In many cases, these devices lack basic protections like encryption and are often set up with factory default passwords, easy access points for attackers. Why IoT devices are attractive targets for cybercriminals. The vulnerabilities of IoT devices make them a prime target for cybercriminals. These devices are often designed for ease of use, and as a result, they tend to lack robust security features. This makes it easier for hackers to exploit weaknesses and gain unauthorized access to devices or networks. Here's why IoT devices are so attractive to cybercriminals. Weak passwords. Many IoT devices come with default usernames and passwords that are easy to guess or find online. Hackers can use these credentials to bypass security and access devices remotely. Lack of updates. Unlike computers or smartphones, IoT devices often don't get regular security patches or updates, leaving them exposed to known vulnerabilities. Constant connectivity. IoT devices are designed to be connected to the internet at all times. While this makes them convenient to use, it also provides hackers with a constant entry point into your home network. With that in mind, it's crucial to take the necessary steps to secure these devices and protect your personal data. Changing default passwords. Your first line of defense. One of the easiest and most effective ways to protect your IoT devices is by changing the default passwords. Many manufacturers ship devices with easily guessable default credentials, such as admin and password, making it ridiculously easy for hackers to gain access if you don't change them. Tip: as soon as you set up a new IoT device, change the default login credentials to something unique and strong. Use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols to create a password that's hard for attackers to guess. Avoid using easily accessible information, like your name or birthday, as part of the password. If you have trouble keeping track of your passwords, consider using a password manager to securely store them. These tools can generate complex passwords for you and save them in an encrypted format, so you don't have to worry about forgetting them. Enabling two-factor authentication, 2FA, for extra protection. In addition to strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, 2FA, is another critical step in securing your IoT devices. 2FA requires you to provide two forms of identification when logging into a device or account: something you know, like your password, and something you have, such as a verification code sent to your phone. This added layer of security makes it much harder for hackers to break into your devices, even if they manage to guess your password. Many modern IoT devices and smart home systems offer 2FA as an option, so make sure to enable it wherever possible. Regular firmware and software updates. Many IoT devices are vulnerable to cyber attacks simply because their software or firmware isn't up to date. Manufacturers frequently release updates to patch known security vulnerabilities, so it's essential to keep your devices updated. Tip: enable automatic updates on your devices if possible, so you never miss a critical security update. If automatic updates aren't available, set a reminder to check for updates regularly. This simple step can help close security gaps and protect your devices from the latest threats. Using encryption to protect data. Encryption is a key tool in protecting the data that your IoT devices send and receive. Without encryption, data can be intercepted by hackers as it travels between your device and the cloud. To avoid this, ensure that your IoT devices use encryption protocols, such as WPA3 for Wi-Fi or HTTPS for internet communication. Tip: always look for IoT devices that support strong encryption methods. If you're setting up a security camera or smart doorbell, for example, choose one that uses end-to-end encryption to protect your footage from unauthorized access. Isolating IoT devices on a separate network. One of the most effective ways to secure your IoT devices is to isolate them from the rest of your home network. By placing your IoT devices on a separate network, you can prevent attackers from gaining access to your personal computers, smartphones, or other sensitive devices in the event of a breach. Most modern routers offer the option to set up a guest network or create a separate virtual local area network (VLAN) for IoT devices. This isolates them from the main network, reducing the risk of cross-network attacks. Tip: set up a separate Wi-Fi network for your IoT devices and make sure it's password protected. By keeping your devices on a separate network, you add an extra layer of protection against potential cyber attacks. Disabling unnecessary features and services. IoT devices often come with a variety of features and services, some of which you might not even use. These features can create vulnerabilities, giving cybercriminals more opportunities to exploit your device. For example, remote access to your devices, cloud storage, or voice assistance might be convenient, but they also make it easier for hackers to gain access to your devices from anywhere. If you don't need a particular feature, it's best to disable it. Tip: go through the settings of each device and turn off any unnecessary features. For instance, if you're not using voice control or remote access, disable them to reduce the potential entry points for attackers. Monitoring device activity and network traffic. Regularly monitoring your devices and network for unusual activity can help you spot potential threats early. Many IoT devices offer logs or activity reports that allow you to see what's happening in real time. These logs can be incredibly useful in identifying suspicious activity, such as unknown devices connecting to your network or unauthorized login attempts. Tip: use a network monitoring tool to keep track of the devices connected to your home network. Set up alerts for any unfamiliar activity, so you can take immediate action if something looks suspicious. Stay vigilant and secure your smart home. Securing your IoT devices is essential to protecting your smart home from cybercriminals. By following the tips outlined in this video, changing default passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, keeping your devices updated, and isolating them on a separate network, you can significantly reduce the risk of a security breach. Remember, your smart home is only as secure as the devices you connect to it. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action today to safeguard your devices and protect your family's privacy. Want more tips on protecting your smart home? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for our next video.